Hello there, YouTube. We're just showing how we plugged all these holes up. Just put some bolts and some nuts. We braze it so that it can't come apart. This is a nut with a big washer built on it because there's a hole in the block there. Hard to tell the way the sun is. This is your breather thing. You have a flapper here in the spring, which I don't know where it went, but there's just a flapper in the spring. Okay. And I ripped this apart. You can see where I bent the edge up. I ripped this apart. Got rid of that. And there's a gasket between there, so I don't have to hunt up a gasket. This is one of these. Big washer thing on it. But the nuts don't go on very far. I got a bunch of them, so that's why I've got some nuts spacered on there. We're going to throw some brush on Permatex on there. Put that on there. That'll be blocked off. So that'll be done. And show a little tip on a motor. If you have a exhaust pipe you can't get out, I think I learned this from Shop Dog Sam. If you go watch, he works on the antique motors. Cut it off with a cutter blade or hacksaw. Get rid of that. And you can always hacksaw blade this out like in 4 pieces. Save your threads. So if you have something like this on an old motor, you can't get it out, do like I did. Just take a cutter blade, get rid of it. It leaves that piece of metal, which I'm just going to leave in here. I may leave this hole open. But you can get in there with a hacksaw blade. It's worth the effort so you don't ruin the threads or break the block or anything. Because you don't want to put heat on there. You just don't want to do that. Cut it off with the cutter blade or hacksaw. Just saw it off the engine. Okay, here's your oil fill tube. We'll be chopping that off and brazing the hole shut. That goes in the cover that goes on here, over on this side of the block. There may be a piece of metal under here. This pipe may be over there, so that'll make it all easier. But we're going to chop it off, fill the hole in, screw it in the hole, so that hole will be plugged. So we replaced the tappets with bolts and nuts and brazed so it can't come apart. So thought we'd throw that in there. The bottom, the oil plug sticks out off the bottom. We're going to screw the oil plug in, and we're going to saw it off with a cutter blade and grind it flush. We probably won't even put no sealer on it. So that hole will be plugged. And all that's left on this that I can think of is where the governor rod went through. We may drill and tap that and put a small bolt in it. Because I don't know where the shaft went when I yanked it out of there. You could always cram the shaft in there and do whatever, but get back into focus. That's about it for plugging the holes. And we're done. Might make one little view of that and show where everything's plugged up. But thanks for watching this part.